look at how nice the trail is down here. Holy cow. Wearing these snowshoes now for like 40 plus miles. Haven't needed them once. If I get rid of them, then I'll definitely need them. So I guess an extra, whatever, 4 or 5 pounds, whatever they are, is worth it to make sure the snow stays away.
Or I guess better.
Wow, the trail, just a waterfall, but it's good, I guess. 3,200 feet now, and it's icy again. Just a pure sheet of ice. Jeez. Well, I'm gonna grab the camera. It is stupid steep. Just needing to hang on to trees. And slowly back down the slope. The ice is really bad today. Like super steep and just pure ice. So it's really slow going. I am at the top of Wildcat Mountain here. Pretty good view behind me. Let me show you what's coming up. So down there, that's Treacherous Notch Hut. That's 1 mile, 1 trail mile down there. And then see the top of that mountain? That's a Carter Dome. That's 2 trail miles away. So that gives you a good idea of how damn steep the next 2 miles are gonna be. To go all the way down there and all the way back up to the other side in 2 miles. So I've been backing down the slopes using both hands, jab these in the ice, plant my feet, take a step down, and go down further. This place, I could use an ice axe. It's stuff like this, you can use an ice axe, but it's alright. And if you fall, at least there's trees to stop you. This lake doesn't have a name on my map, but sure is beautiful. Right up top there, that's where I came down. 1 trail mile down here. I'm taking lunch next to this lake. The Carter Notch Hut is 0.1 down there, but I don't feel like walking. It's a bunch of post hole and snow and bullshit, so I'll just eat here and then head on up the Carter Dome. This is the top of Carter Dome, 4,800 feet. not really much of a view. It's like 4 more peaks to go. South, middle, and north Carter, and then Moriah. Hoping it's not as steep and icy, because that has been really, really slow going. Looks like a search and rescue ship. This is Middle Carter Mountain, Washington, presidential range. And then Moriah. And then I'm done with this stretch. Pretty epic still. Walking's a little bit easier through here, it's just less steep. I just can't get over how steep and dangerous some of this stuff is. See, in normal times it's so steep they're put ladders there, but now it's just ice. But look at this view. This is seriously so absurd. The camera doesn't show it, but that's about as vertical as you can get. Back for the camera. Nope, I need both hands. There's something pretty satisfying about having snowshoes and seeing steps and posts. Like you broke away, and now I am deep in water. This is so ridiculous out here. Oh my god! Look at that. Some of the most ridiculous hiking I have ever done. Climbing up Mount Moriah now. Hopefully get over that one. Drop down in elevation. And have less bullshit. And finish the day out. Today has been like some of the worst, just steep, icy trail where going down is even slower than going up. So I'm trying not to fall, and then all this melted snow here. But well, it's just another 100 miles of big mountains, and they're getting smaller, so then should be in the clear. Another beautiful sunset. Man, it's so easy when there's no ice and snow. Almost to the top of Mount Moriah. Terrible. juggling even with snow. Probably poles. Back up into the mountains. I don't think I mentioned Poles and I took a 0 the day before yesterday in Berlin, New Hampshire, near Gorham, with a friend of mine, Baseweight. She hiked in 2017 and met her somewhere, I think it was the Shenandoahs, back in 2016. And she's, super kind. Picked us up, made us amazing dinner, brownies, ice cream. We just hung out all day because it rained all day before yesterday, and just tired from pushing over the presidentials. That is just such hard hiking because not only is uphill hard, but the flats are hard with the snow, and the downhill is hard with the ice. And yesterday did the 20 miles between Pinkham Notch and Route 2, which is another road that goes into Gorham. So I just got in and Baseweight picked me up again. So it's always nice to have like a shower and real food at the end of hard days like that. And that's my strategy out here. Like, as much as I can, spend nights in town and eat real food. It definitely a little more money, but with a trip like this, every little decision you can do like that can enhance your recovery, and especially just help your mind be recovered. Because being out day after day, it grinds you down mentally. So I need to finish this AT hike really fresh and strong. Because if I finish this hike mentally worn out, physically worn out, I'm not going to be able to do another, 5,000, 5,500 miles. So that's my strategy. Whenever I can, get in town, eat good food, sleep inside. Plus, I have all this video work and photo work, so it works out. I'm at 2,500 feet. Trail is clear, but this is the south side of the mountain, so the north side gets less sun. Wow. Getting on the Mahoosuc trail now. Mahoosuc Notch coming up. What a beautiful view behind me. All this bare rock. That's kind of the hallmark of southern Maine. Really steep, slick, bare rock that you do not want to be on when it's wet. Just glad that it's not ice. Here is lunch. It's cheese, some ham, and then I got out 2 eggs. I got pretty tired of just eating trail mix and snacks since I got rid of my stove. Making sandwiches is a good little compromise. Feels like spring might finally be here. This is Page Pond. This is what was under all that ice and snow. Been a good amount of blowdowns throughout the whole trail just because, you know, it doesn't get maintained in the winter. But this section seems to have the most. I think that's a bunch of frogs. These boards are annoying because you gotta figure out where they are. Step off to the side, you sink right down into the water. This is the Upper Gentian Pond. It's 8:02. And it is still light outside. It's so nice to have the days getting longer. To my last climb of the day, up Mount Success, about 1,600 feet. And then another 2 miles after that, I will be at the shelter and get some sleep. Ice again, above 3,000 feet. I ended up cowboy camped out here last night. This is basically the top of Mount Success, and there's not much, but I found this bare patch of rock and set up. That was not the plan, but there was just super slow going, post-holing, snow, and once I crossed the border into Maine, there's this really steep stretch with a bunch of rocky bullshit, so I was tired. So I just set up here. Not the most comfortable place, and it dropped down actually into like the low 20s. It's a little bit windy, but my quilt, that Katabatic 15 degree, kept me perfectly warm. So you see I've got my sleeping mat set up here on top of my tent, and then just a sleeping bag. Put my shoes into a bag next to my quilt so they wouldn't freeze. And just the rest of my stuff here. Wow, what a view. I was camped just right down there. It's wild to think I've walked over that. So that was Washington, came over there, Madison, then came down there, Pinkham Notch, up there, like Wildcats somewhere in there, and then just over all those little mountains, down, up this one, and here I am. Well, the milt froze pretty hard last night. Now it's back to steep ice chutes. I'm gonna ship my trekking poles on ahead of me. Those are probably poles. It's a little harder packed this morning since it froze hard last night. But still close home, so like that. Got my snowshoes on now. I don't really need them because this is a pretty short stretch, but since I have them, I'll wear them. The problem with shoulder season is that you have to be constantly taking on and putting off gear like this. Like if this were the dead of winter and there was just snow everywhere, it would be so much simpler. So you just leave the snowshoes on. But literally right now, every 5 minutes, you're like putting on micro spikes, taking off micro spikes, because you don't want to wear them over long stretches of rock. They'll dull them down and then they become useless. And same with snowshoes. Like if there isn't snow, or it's like technical climbing, you don't want to wear the snowshoes. And look, right up here, now I gotta take these off because it's dry trail. What a mess in here. That sucks. I bet that was poles. See, sink through into water. And now I have to go back to micro spikes because it's more steep, icy chutes. Made it. Here's the border to Maine. There's no snow right here, so I'm hoping this is a good omen. 282 miles to Katahdin. Whoop. Almost knocked the sign over. Last state, let's go. Oh, that was short-lived. Oh yeah, like immediately upon entering Maine, we climbed down these huge boulders. Ooh, that's steep. Guess it'll be grab the trees. Don't want to slide down that. Whoa, look at this hole. Super deep. Weird. This is a bunch of hair. I think it's hair. Like, that looks like hair. Yeah, because I don't think that's some sort of plant because it's the top of the snow. That's strange. It's a ton of hair. Oh yeah, that's definitely hair. So that looks like a moose jaw, maybe? Pretty large. So it died right there and was probably eaten by a mountain lion. Yeah, there's the jaw, and that scat definitely looks like a mountain lion scat. Interesting, and now there's these deep post holes from what appears to be a moose. It goes all the way down that way. Bunch of snow. Whew. A lot of climbing. Well, the entire AT is lots of climbing, but It's like extra bad when there's ice and snow. What a view. Don't slip and fall. Wow. On top of the ridge right now. Okay, I'm glad I have snowshoes for this part. You sink down real deep, real fast. Wow. How incredible. Ugh, gross. Are you kidding me? Look at my leg. It's all like rotting bog water. LOL. This is the Full Goose shelter. Eat something real quick and then head on into Mahoosuc Notch. Also, look at the last entry was October 16th, and then our 2 entries from the 7th. 1.5 miles to the notch. See, climbing up there was no snow, and now there's a bunch of snow. This is seriously the whole day, just take it off, put it on, take it off, put it on, and take them off again. Look at that, more moose prints. Wonder how many of these rebar things have just been buried in ice this whole time. Here we go. This is the beginning of the notch. Holy shit. I am not making this up. I just heard it's either rock fall or a big old tree just went down. It sounded more like a rock slide, but like not even a quarter mile up the mountain this direction. Man, I mean, all these rocks at the bottom here, they got here somehow. Pretty much immediately had wow. Really glad it happened now. Look at this bullshit. Down up to my knees, even with snowshoes on. Yeah, and all the blazes in here are painted on the rocks, so that'll be real easy to follow. Now we're getting into it proper. Probably take my snowshoes off. It's mostly rock in here, but I'm gonna keep my micro spikes on just because there'll probably be times where I need to take a step and I don't, you know, if I need to take a step onto something icy like this stuff, I don't want to have no traction in the middle of all of this bullshit. I'm ridiculous post holing right now. You can see I went all the way up to my waist there. So damn sketchy. This is... Do you see how far in I am? I guess maybe put snowshoes back on. Well, let's give the snowshoes a shot. I'm bleeding from getting cut in the snow. Actually, some of the snow helps, I think, because in normal times this would be a jumble of rocks to go through, but now it's just covered with snow. Yeah, this is normally, you know, like balance over all these rocks, but you just walk right through with the snow. Holes like this, that's, I don't know, 10, 12 feet down there. This spot's pretty sketchy. I was falling through down. You can't see it, but there's a hole there. And then over here, deep hole. And down and around. I think this is one of the parts you can crawl through, but I'm just gonna go around. Crawl up this. Try not to fall down that. Make it over here. Oh, fun. This one I will go under. Lovely sound. Eesh. That's what I'm doing everything. Yep, that's the hole I fell into. I gotta try to crawl out of. Well, I'm not through all of it yet. Wishful thinking. I need to actually take my pack off for this part. Under, through, in the snow. God. Doesn't this look like fun? Imagine breaking through the snow and into that. See, slabs of ice, which I broke through this piece into water. I think poles wrote yeehaw, but look at this ice. Yeah. So this piece of ice just completely slid out from here to there, and I fell, hit my head on that piece of ice, it broke. I don't know if I'm bleeding or not. I have a nice little bruise there. I'm ready to be done with this shit. This is so dangerous. Taking so long, it's getting dark now. But oh my god. Yeah, I guess I can squeeze through here. This better be some goddamn good content because this is so much work. Holy shit. Looks like it's one last fuck you. I get to just go through this water. Ooh, that's icy and cold. Oh yeah, let me show you my bleeding before the water washes it all off. So dangerous. Stepped off of here. That's how far I fell. Oh my god, finally through that. That didn't take 1 hour. That took 2 hours. So when I thought I was through, I was like halfway. Man, I have a pretty decent tolerance for risk, as you can probably see from these videos. But that was something else. Just so much unstable footing, and so many places where you just fall so far and either get stuck or break a leg, break an arm. Yeah, I haven't felt like that in many situations in my life where your just whole body is tense and it's like danger for 2 straight hours. Yeah, it's like boot camp. I will never do it again. Actually, I don't really know if I'm even glad I did that. Just didn't have a choice at that point when you're in there. I don't know that I got anything out of it except a bunch of cuts on my legs, and I guess it'll be a good story. But yeah, that was not worth the risk at all. But I've done it. Now I'm climbing up Mahoosuc Arm, which is one of the steepest parts of the AT. This bullshit. It looks like a wall, right? No, that's the trail. Apparently I lost one of my micro spikes somewhere in there, so we're going up all this ice with one pair of spikes. At the top of the climb. Now it should be easier. This is Gentian Pound. That old spec, 3.5 to the road. Pure ice like this for just miles and miles. Everything has refrozen overnight.